But I'm in love with myself. 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 I'm in love with myself.
I'ma make you mine tonight, pulling your hair, baby. I'ma make you mine tonight. I feel you breathing on you. You know that I'm a selfish lover. When it's mine, I want it. One track mind for it, for you, for you. I'ma make you mine tonight, pulling your hair, baby. Yeah. I'ma make you mine tonight. I feel you breathing on you. You know that I'm a selfish lover. When it's mine, I want it. One track mind for it, for you, for you. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need, baby. Tell me about your dreams, tell me everything, yeah. Do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. It's never over for me. My favorite Toy Story. My favorite station. Oh yeah. Party's never over for me. My favorite Toy Story. Won't be the chasing me. What if?
I think about you when I should be sleeping, but you didn't know I wanna feel you closer to my skin. I think about you when my heart is beating, but you didn't know I wanna feel you, wanna let you in. This is what you do to me. Let's explore this fantasy. I could take you When she's not around, she's beautiful, but I'm beautiful inside. You think about me like every other hour. When she's not around, you wanna know what it feels like to be mine. This is all I ask of you. Let me change your point of view. I could love you better than her, know you want it. You know that you want it. 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 Ooh, you want it. Ooh, yeah. You want it. Not just for a night. You want it for life. Not just for a night. You want it for life. All of my friends, they were litty as hell. Run it, let's go face with the latest bands. Whole kitty gang just doing a thing. Boom, boom, what the dogs can't have. All of my friends, they were litty as hell. Run it, let's go face with the latest bands. Whole kitty gang just doing a thing. Boom, boom, what the dogs can't have. Oh, meow, but a Kit Kat snack with a mouth. Swish, twist it out. I'm a bad, don't do doubt. Won't chase ya, no patience. I'm with Jesus, up in Matrix, in the spaceship. Do no basics. I ain't no cute kitty with a facelift. All of my friends, they were litty as hell. Run it, let's go face with the latest bands. Whole kitty gang just doing a thing. Boom, boom, what the dogs can't have. All of my friends, they were litty as hell. Run it, let's go face with the latest bands. Whole kitty gang just doing a thing. Boom, boom, what the dogs can't have. 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 Everything I say, you should print it on a t-shirt. Everything I do, you can read it on Twitter. Huh. What's a girl gotta do, huh? What's a girl gotta do? I'm dripping in fruit, check out my lemon soup. I'm a double but cute, I'm witty like soup. I'm visibly cool, but vanilla and fruits. I like it freaky smooth, you like me freaky. All of my friends, they were litty as hell. Run it, let's go face with the latest bands. Whole kitty gang just doing a thing. Boom, boom, what the dogs can't have. All of my friends, they were litty as hell. Run it, let's go face with the latest bands. Whole kitty gang just doing a thing. Boom, boom, what the dogs can't have. A whole lot of love you would crush. Got new fur on his bracelet. It's made of blood, made of ice. No shame on me and you like it.
What's the plan? Send the robot in first? Smart choice.
It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those eyes. Got up and I beat those eyes. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those eyes. Got up and I beat those eyes. That's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. I feel it all. I feel it all. I'm feeling numb. I lost my soul. It's on the run. I need a spark. I need some fun. I'm in the dark. Like what's to come? It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. That's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. It's me versus me. It's you and I. The time is now.
You do you, Todd.
I chose my path. No choosing sides. I'll take what comes. Hit for the ride.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is for you, friends and family, and hey, fans of just general good Valorant esports. My name is Lithy, I got Drake with me for tonight, and we got some wonderful CVAL games lined up here. Drake, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm ready to watch this matchup here. We got UW-Stout Blue Devils versus Western Iowa Tech Comets. Looking for a good match today. That's about it.
Yep, it's about it, but there is a lot to it actually, because it's early in the season and we all know what the early parts of the seasons are important for, and that is grabbing points. It's the third series of this season for Stout, and for the Comets on the other side, it's the fourth game. The Comets just coming off of basically 2 losses already early in the season. That's not a great start, so they are looking to break that negative momentum, get something on the board, while Stout, well, the goal is playoffs, obviously, and Drake, they need second place for that, and I think with a win here today, that could be looking pretty good at the start of the season here already.
Yeah, a win definitely could help them here today, or would help them here today. They're coming off a loss, I believe, so they got to keep winning to stay in the top 2, because they need to be top 2 to get into the playoffs, so they really need this one.
Absolutely. So, if we're talking a little bit about current meta and, of course, about the current state of this CVAL group, we're in Group 16, if I remember this correctly, and there's quite some interesting teams, but this matchup in particular, I do think is doable, I would say, for Stout to grab that 2-0.
For sure, yeah. Hopefully it's a quick one here. I think that Stout is the better team coming into this. They all have a lot of chemistry, and they just seem like the better team on paper for sure.
On paper, and as my grandmother always used to say, paper is very patient, so we'll see how things look actually on the server. Until then, I think we can speculate a little bit about maps. Do you think we'll see a little bit of a surprise, a little bit of a curveball? We do know that Stout, they love to play maps like Haven, Lotus, and especially Bind. Do you think the Comets will throw a ban or a wrench in their way?
I'm not sure what they ban. Usually teams just have one map and they stick to the bans. Like in this level, it's not really target banning the other team's maps, but they might pull out a bind ban. That's definitely the possibility. But I'm assuming that Stout's gonna permaban Ascent here, and we'll see. I know Lotus probably will be one of the maps played. Hopefully bind too. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I think Sunset is in the rotation as well, right? I haven't personally seen too much of Sunset. I hadn't had the pleasure to cast the map of Sunset yet, so I mean that would be entertaining at the very least if we see that new map.
Yeah, I haven't played it too much either. It would be really exciting to see like what they would do on Sunset. I'm not sure if they've been working really hard on it, so it might be something they look to see if in case it goes map 3. But I guess we'll see with the bans. But I'm definitely picking Bind and Lotus for their maps probably going into this.
Yeah, as you mentioned already, right? It's a little bit less about target banning. It's more about keeping your own comfort zone in the game, basically. So might be very likely for Stout to go there. I mean, Drake, you have a bit of player experience yourself, right? So I kind of want to just jump in here while we're waiting for the lobby and the server to get set up and the game to get going. Kind of, How do you, and if you play in a team environment, approach setting up a new map like Sunset? How do you integrate that into your map pool? And at what point do you just make the statement of, okay, maybe this map is just not for us?
So first of all, you like to see what the better teams are doing, like the tier 1, tier 2 teams. Like you like to see what they're doing with the map, and then just getting a feel for it, finding your defaults, finding some executes, and seeing like how well your comp works, and just learning how to play the map and the comp and like fit it all together. That's the biggest thing with finding a new map. Uh, definitely hard to like learn new maps with all the reworks coming from like the Breeze rework, and then the Sunset is just completely new. So definitely hard to adapt, but
Mm.
it's it's something you have to put the time in if you really want to be a competitive team.
Yeah, it's just a lot of work, right? And that's why you see some teams kind of struggle over the course of a season, especially when you get a new patch rolling in with significant map changes and stuff like that. And other teams that either just have a just natural, really good grasp on a map, or just are able to put in a lot of efficient work in, and they start to dominate early in the season and later parts towards season end, and especially playoffs, of course. We do see things even out a little bit more. Do you? I mean, yeah, no, I am gonna pick your brain a little bit more on the maps here currently, because we're just gonna chill here for a minute until this series gets underway. Do you see any maps kind of become a little bit more dominant and often played compared to the last few months, now that we've had a little bit of a shuffle around?
Usually the maps that have been out for longer that haven't had any changes are the ones that get picked more often, just because of the repetitions. I know Stout Permaban's Ascent, which has been like the longest map that's been out for that hasn't had any changes. But other than that, it's usually the maps that are older, people have more experience on, are the maps that get played the most. Find it came out when the game was in beta, so that's their go-to, and it hasn't
Yep.
really undergone too many changes, especially lately.
Yeah, we're a bit of a bind with that one. That is very true. When we talk about changes, the other thing, obviously, is always, always, always ancient meta, right? So there is a lot to talk about, I think, but I'm hearing it might take another minute or two before this match gets set up and on the road. So we'll be tossing things over to a quick little break, and after we're back, well, we hopefully are jumping straight into the match. And in the meantime, hey, don't go anywhere, grab some snacks, grab some drinks, because this series will definitely be an absolute banger, and I can promise that much. So, see you in just a few minutes.
A little bit shy, but I can put an end to your fears. Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to bleed. DJ, take it away. Tonight is all for you and me. So baby, spin and let the music begin. I know you feel it within. So go ahead and just spin, just spin for me. Won't you spin? Don't let the doubt in you win. I know you feel it within. So go ahead and just spin for me. Won't you? I know it's hard for you to give it a try, but you are not alone. I'm here with you. I think you owe it to this beautiful night to lose all your control. Do it for you. Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to bleed. DJ, take it away. Tonight is all for you and me. So baby, spin and let the music begin. I know you
Hello again and welcome back. A little break, little breather here before we get the match started. We are setting things up in the background, a little bit of communications that had to be sorted out, but we're getting there. Slowly but surely, map is gonna go, or rather, series is gonna go underway in just a few minutes. It's still me, Liffy, with Drake at my side, and we get to chat a little bit more about agents, about the team comps, and of course, the players. Drake, because there's some fantastic talent on this Stout roster. We can bring the graphic right up, right? We got DeYoung, we got U-Face, Toodles, of course, Breezy, and Pika. Do you have any players that you're really watching out for in this series here, Drake?
I'm really thinking that Toodles and U-Phase are going to be really important for this series. Toodles is kind of the flex, so he kind of has to play Initiator, he has to play Sentinel. He's kind of their rock, has to get things done on his side of the map. And U-Phase with the smokes, and I think she's going to be really important for just getting the team under, letting them take sight and blocking off everybody. Just playing time, you know, just getting the bomb down, keeping it under control, and letting not getting too aggressive so that they can win rounds.
Yeah, she definitely has been quite the pool of calm. I just want to call it kind of a good side anchor on the defense as well, making sure that no one gets in on the side without paying for it, basically. And we've seen some really impressive maps out of her in the recent history. But of course, you can't talk about this team if you're not talking about DeYoung, right? Because this man is on a mission on the Duelist, and he has been fragging out again and again and again.
Yeah, he is just absurd. He just kind of goes in there, kills everybody, and he just solo wins rounds for them half the time. It's kind of just crazy. If he has a good match, then he helps everybody else around him for sure.
Indeed. Breezy and Pika rounding out this Stout roster. Some ups and downs recently, of course, with the Red Bull Campus Clutch, not Home Clutch. I'm confusing the tournaments here. Yeah, it's the Campus Clutch stuff. The qualifiers not quite going the way Stout wanted them to, but still putting on a few very impressive performances. But all around, 1-1 in the series so far here in the CVAL qualifiers, and of course, with that, keeping playoff hopes more than alive. And of course, hey, it's start of this season, so you can't go overboard too much with these speculations. Alright, guys, quick update for all of you already tuning in and watching. Oh, we appreciate you so much for already hanging out with us, but we'll have to be a little bit more patient. A little bit of a delay on the back end of the whole setup here. The match is going to be delayed by another 15 minutes. We will be starting the series at roughly 6:30. I think this is Pacific time, if I remember correctly. I'm not quite sure. Central?
Yeah.
Thank you, Drake. And of course, in the meantime, guys, about 14 minutes, then we will be back with more action for you guys. When I'm saying more action, then we'll be back with proper action this time around. So, thank you all so much for hanging out. Thanks for bearing with us. We'll be back in just a few.
Tell me what you want, tell me what you need, baby. Tell me about your dreams, tell me everything, yeah. Do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. Is it over for me? I think it's on this way. I think it's changing. Party's never over for me. My favorite Toy Story. Won't be the same, what if?
I think about you when I should be sleeping, but you didn't know. I wanna feel you closer to my skin. I think about you when my heart is beating, but you didn't know. I wanna feel you, wanna let you in. This is what you do to me. Let's explore this fantasy. I could take you higher than I know you want it. This is all I ask of you. Let me change your point of view. I could love you better than I know you want it.
I know that.
You want it, ooh. You want it, ooh, yeah. You want it, not just for a night. You want it for life, oh. You think about me when you're in the shower. When she's not around, she's beautiful, but I'm beautiful inside. You think about me like every other hour. When she's not around, you wanna know what it feels like to be mine. This is all I ask of you. Let me change your point of view. I could love you better than I know you want it. You know that you want it. 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 Ooh. You want it. Ooh, yeah. You want it. Not just for a night. You want it for life. Not just for a night. You want it for life. All of my friends, they were litty as hell. Run it, let's go face with the latest bands. Whole kitty gang just doing a thing. Boom, boom, what the dogs can't have. All of my friends, they were litty as hell. Run it, let's go face with the latest bands. Whole kitty gang just doing a thing. Boom, boom, what the dogs can't have. Oh, meow, but a Kit Kat snack with a mouth. Swish, twist it out. I'm a bad, don't do doubts. Won't chase ya, no patience. I'm with Jesus, up in Matrix, in the spaceship. Do no basics. I ain't no cute kitty with a facelift. All of my friends, they were litty as hell. Run it, let's go face with the latest bands. Whole kitty gang just doing a thing. Boom, boom, what the dogs can't have. All of my friends, they were litty as hell. Run it, let's go face with the latest bands. Whole kitty gang just doing a thing. Boom, boom, what the dogs can't have. 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 Everything I say, you should print it on a t-shirt. Everything I do, you can read it on Twitter. Huh. What's a girl gotta do, huh? What's a girl gotta do? I'm dripping in food, check out my lemon soup. I'm a double butt cute, I'm witty like soup. I'm visibly cool, but vanilla and fruits. I like it freaky smooth, you like me freaky. All of my friends, they were litty as hell. Run it, let's go face with the latest bands. Whole kitty gang just doing a thing. Boom, boom, what the dogs can't have. All of my friends,
As a great man once said, the faithful shall be rewarded, and in this case, ladies and gentlemen, and of course everyone in between, thank you so much for waiting it out with us, and, well, in between without us, but now we finally got this series up and ready. We're going to jump into game in just a second, but first, we got the draft on the board, and let me tell you guys. Drake and I were sitting here and wondering what we might see. It is actually Sunset up on the docket as the first map of the day. Drake, how are you feeling about this draft?
I'm kind of excited to see Sunset and just see what the teams do here. I'm just really excited for Sunset as a whole, and then Bind and Haven. Kind of just stable map picks. We'll see if there's anything crazy happening there, but I'm just really excited for this map one.
Yeah, absolutely same. As I mentioned earlier already, I haven't had the pleasure to actually cast some Sunset myself yet, so this is going to be a first for me, probably a first for some of you to see it played as well. Probably have played it yourself, but we could talk a little bit about the ins and outs of the map here, Drake, because you had the pleasure to run down a few rounds on this already, and we're able to grasp kind of some of the main things that are important on this map, and we already chatted a little bit about close corners, a lot of things you need to check, so I would assume it's not just map control, but also fundamentals of the teams that get tested here.
Yeah, the biggest thing about Sunset is definitely the mid control, because you can really split through everywhere if you take all of mid. Another thing about Sunset is there are corners everywhere, so a lot of lurky playstyles. There's not many sight hits. It's a lot of taking map control, trading off util, and then finding where the defenders are and just picking where you want to go there. It's a really beautiful map, as you can see with these overviews, but it's going to be exciting to see what the teams do here.
What does that mean for us in terms of comms, what we're going to see? Is this going to be a little bit more towards the split kind of play style, maybe a little bit more initiator heavy, or do you think this is also a map where we can easily see something like double controller, double smokes?
I'm thinking we'll probably see more initiators just to help clear the corners. I really don't know what the best comps are right now. I haven't seen much pro play for Sunset, but they could really pull anything out here. I guess we're getting the agent select right now, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's off-season, right? So there's only so much pro play going on, and that is exactly the reason why we're here. We're gonna find out what these teams have in store for us. Starting out with the Blue Devils Stout on the attacking side in the first half, and of course the Comets on the other side grabbing the defense. First, of course, Cypher locked in. Honestly, just a good agent all over, and Yoru, I like that.
That will be interesting. This was their map pick, so they might have some set plays cooked up with that Yoru. This will be interesting. Reese is hovering the Yoru.
I like the potential you have with this agent here, right? Of course, the Jet nerfs came in, Yoru now a little bit more popular, kind of filling a little bit of the gaps that Jet left. And of course, things like Gecko coming in as well. On the other side, Harbor, Cypher locked in for Stout. I love the comms that are shaping up here.
Yeah. The Comets locking Gecko and Yoru is really interesting to me. There's two agents that aren't really played very much on different, most of the maps, but they must have some set plays that goes good with these two agents.
Oh, wow. And that's the comms locked in. Stout actually going for Breach, Harbor, Raze, Cypher, and the Fade on the other side. Commons running Gecko, Yoru, Omen, Breach, and Cypher. Basically, not too much smoke going on the side of Stout, just the Harbor, although the walls are going to be helpful. How are you feeling about this?
I think it's going to be really interesting with the double, both teams running double initiator, but they don't have too many like drones or like dogs to clear that many corners, so it's gonna be interesting. I guess we do have the Boom Buddy with Raze, but we only have 2 Fade Dogs and a Boom Buddy, and on the side of the Comets, they have really nothing to clear corners.
Then again, the Comets running in with triple flashes, while Stout only has the Breach available. Do you think that's going to be one piece of utility that's going to be majorly impactful going into this?
Yeah, definitely clearing the corners with the flashes is going to be important, I think, for the Comets.
All right. With that on the board, we can see where this is going, and Stout looks to be eyeing up a little bit of a push towards B. Let's get into it. It is CVAL. You all know it. You all love it. It's Stout versus Comets, and we are hot underway on the first round. Wall going up, and of course the Comets are just going to pull back, leave some space here for Stout to trickle into the side, and going for the retake play.
5v5 retake here is going to be interesting. They already got the spike down. Comets pick up the Young.
First 2 kills are in. Nice trades, and Stout standing strong. The flank through mid, coming in just in time, and now the Comets on the advance. Info is found, right click, does only find some damage. It's down to a 2v2. Spike tilt still ticking away. Pika still has a fault line available. That stun could be massive off of the swing here for Breezy. 1-2 tapped out. First round for Stout.
Very good post-plant positioning for Stout. I feel like they really played that well. Used their util to make sure that they couldn't really tap the bomb and get away alive, so that was really good by them.
You love to see it. And now, of course, well, the bigger buy coming through, but Comets, they need to adjust a little bit. They need to find something that works against this push that Stout had in. And we were able to see, we talked a bit about the lack of smokes on Stout's side. Didn't really impact them this round.
Yeah, they kind of just took it with the wall. They are doing a double stack B here on defense. Just Yoru holding mid. Stout just takes full mid control, and they just kind of stick into sights, the Comets are.
It's a good start to have all this mid control, as you mentioned earlier, right? And push into a lot of angles. Oh, the Prowler is going to find 2. Breezy immediately going to take 1 out. The follow-up is clean. And that's going to open more way than 1 onto this B side. They plan should go down without a problem. And quite honestly, this looks a little bit more like a formality. D Young just cleaning house.
Yeah, they kind of just ran through them there with the better guns. It was pretty easy for them to take sight. They're going to plant 4 CT and just kind of triple up CT. Not much that the Comets are going to be able to do here, especially with these Breach flashes coming out.
Oh, it's Flash versus Flash. No one gets a kill. That was way too
just
close,
waiting
honestly.
to die for the Comets.
Yeah, basically. You want to catch some extra money. So,
Yeah.
next up, heading into the next round. That's where the Comets really need to start playing, right? First full buy. What are you expecting here, Drake?
I'm expecting some 5-man play from Stout, because they did get all 5 rifles back. Nobody died on Stout, so it's going to be an interesting play with interesting round. I feel like they might try to just run them down on a site that's weak.
I mean, 4 Bulldogs with full shield and full util, that's not that much weaker than a full buy with the half shields that the Comets are going for right now.
And the Comets have full light shield. They don't have a single heavy on their team, so they are running into a 3-stack site. It's kind of a trap, it looks like here. Should be interesting.
Util is in. A little bit of a spam in both directions. First, A approach. We've seen this round. You can already see Yoru pushing up through mid, looking to take some space and find a backstab. But Breezy and Toodles are on the case, picking up 2.
If someone inside your own flank gets killed, just the Omen on site right now. They're looking towards a rotate B, going back through mid. Find the Yoru, but there's a Cypher, but Cypher takes 1. That was a 3v1.
Look at that. Toodles just better on the draw. Beans still picking up another one. Down to a 1v2. Not the
is
most
very low.
impossible play situation I've ever seen, honestly.
Beans on 21 health. It is doable, but if they play together, it's going to be hard to lose this one for Stout. Might just be saving.
Looks like it.
Yeah, he's
Wouldn't
not
be
even
the
going for
worst
bomb.
decision. So, we're changing the pace up a little bit. We're changing the game plan up a little bit here. Stout hitting A. And of course, Comets losing their full buy. That's going to cost them a lot of momentum going in the next few rounds.
Yeah, that probably will lose them the next round. Don't want to jinx it, but they only have one rifle coming in, and Stout was able to keep 2 alive there, so they're gonna have a lot of money going into this round. They were able to get a Vandal too.
Yeah, the upgrades. You love to see that. So far, quite honestly, although you were talking about it in the in the pregame, mid control only really important in one round so far. Let's see if Comets kind of change that up a little bit.
Yeah, they haven't even been looking towards it at all. They're 4-stacking here. It is their eco round, so they kind of have to do some type of play, but they just tripped it. That's about it. Without taking all of mid right now, they have no resistance.
And as you mentioned, with this, the map is wide open. You can go anywhere as you please.
I must wait a moment.
Comets a little bit helpless in that situation.
They just give up B here.
Hopscotch, yeah, pulling back immediately. The plant is gonna go down. Blue Devils in a pretty decent position here. Fourth round.
They do have the Gecko up for the retake, but DeYoung picks up 2 there. Now it's a 2v5. Is 2v4 now. Kind of unwinnable for the Comets here.
Especially with the lower weaponry. Not really too much you can do. It's only OP. He found a Phantom. Let's see if we can make something work with it. Oh, the reveal is in.
Tagged a little bit. He kind of yeah, he's just dead.
That's unfortunate.
Oh,
4 in a row.
They bring 4. They bring 4 rifles out of that round too. So they are just rolling in the money for this this game so far.
Yep.
They do have raise ults. They might try to make a play out on the site with that, but Comets are getting close to some ults. They might need them to win a round, but they need to stick to a buy and like get their econ like together so they can actually try to pull off one of these rounds.
Yeah, we saw some minor weaponry from them in the last round, so the full eco not coming in, and with that, I would assume they're getting a little bit more delayed. Maybe they can make some plays off of OP's crash here.
Yeah, they have a cross here,
doing some good damage, and look at that, the wall bangs coming through. Stout showing absolutely no mercy, and once again taking over B side.
Up the Omen and Market after the Rosa ult. Just a 5v2, there's not much they can do. They don't have any guns. It's just complete domination right now.
Indeed. Stout just having fun with it, basically.
They just have a Bulldog, so they could take a rifle or 2 off, but winning this round might be kind of tough.
I mean, it's not over till it's over, right? There's the first. Might be able to grab the next one. You face getting tagged up. Well, there's the flash coming through the wall. Push in. Comets putting up some steam, but Pika just cleaning it up. Nice positioning here from Stout.
Yeah, again, where they don't lose any rifles, they don't lose any money. They bring 4 into the next round, and they're gonna be set for almost the rest of the half if they keep going.
Yep.
A couple of them are about to max, yeah. You can see in the creds. But Comets finally with a full buy. We'll see what they try to do in this round, but this is a really important round for them.
Oh, definitely. Maybe even one of the first key rounds in this game. Flash coming in through the wall. They're popping the crash early, looking to push and make some moves here. A lot of people moving out of A main. The flash is once again timely. Beans sitting around the corner, finding the information, finding the kills. Needs to reload. The timing is unfortunate. But with the Cypher ult coming in, Hopscotch is gonna be able to grab one more before getting a knife pushed between his ribs. Cleaned up. Breezy has the spike together with De Jong. And
Know
OP,
where he's at too.
I'm pretty sure OP just saw the cam looking at him.
Yeah. Planning for CT, it looks like here. They know he's gonna push through spawn.
Spike planted.
Breezy going back in the market. They're both gonna play CT here, looks like.
They have a rough idea of where he's at.
Yeah.
So, positioning. Definitely reflecting that. Wingman pop. That's gonna make some noise, but not too much. And with the
Yeah, now
trip
they know
destroyed,
he's
at this
in.
point they know where he is.
Yeah. How much util here? I don't think anybody has much left, so it's kind of just pure. You gotta clear every corner. You gotta win this 1v2 if you wanna stay in this game.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any time, he's just running away.
Decides to save once again. As you mentioned, they need to get the eco under control. They need to get the game under control first and foremost. Stout up to 6 now with this round, and this looks like a warm-up round for Comets. I'll be very honest with you, even though it's their map.
Yeah, they're kind of just getting rolled right now. Maybe attacks their stronger side, but yeah, they call a timeout right here. They
That's a
needed
good
it.
call. So, now that we're heading in this timeout, they got a chance to talk things over a little bit, get some input from their coach. What would you like to see going into the next few rounds here, Drake?
I think they need some set plays to get like picks early. Even if they just have been losing numbers very fast, and they've been playing retake, and Stout just hasn't been dying. They've just kind of been. They need set plays where they can shoot them when they're blind or shoot them when they're stunned. Because right now they're just taking too much space. They're letting Stout take so much space, and they just can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I feel like getting in there with a decisive, disruptive play a little bit earlier in the round, kind of let the initial aggression that Stout has been showing at the start of each round so far, kind of mellow out, and a few seconds later then strike them on the attempt to get into a mid, into a side. Maybe that is a point where the Comets can kind of hook in and maybe make some plays, but I do think the secret for Comets is going to lie in just this very aggressive triple flash comp they're running with.
They do have the Breach and the Yoru ult, so that could be a really good combo. If the Yoru finds where the whole team is, the Breach could ult them, and they just get free kills there, but we'll see what they do here.
Yep. 4 ults overall online, so if you make something happen, it's now or never, basically. Oh, the timing
Flooding
on
into
the
the
orb
lane.
gets picked up. OP.
The smoke.
Oh, the nade is gonna get him stuck over there. Lots of damage done. He is still on the box. Nice paranoia to back him up, and OP makes it out alive for the second. Actually, with a pick.
Yeah, the Comets are up by a number. This is really good for them going into this round, because they need this numbers advantage in just taking away people on defense.
And you can see across the entire map how inactive Comets are playing. They know they
have
can
not
pump the
taken
brakes.
They just kind of have been sitting on site with their trips and everything, and they're just letting Stout really go wherever they want.
That's a clone out. Amatsu
I
still
don't think
looking
Comets
for
is
some
expecting
information.
all 4 of them, but they aren't. I don't think Stout's expecting Yoru.
He just sent the clone in, but they're not checking him at the very
Yeah, they
least.
haven't
Oh, there's the first hit coming through, of course. The hover ult thrown into the mix as well. The Omen
They aren't
smoke
expecting him in
backed
this
up.
corner
They're not
either.
expecting him. They're not checking the angles. He misses the shots. He does
Wow.
get the knife. Amatsu gets taken out. Stout
Back to the
on the
3v3.
3v3. 12 seconds. Oh, the rolling thunder definitely is going to disrupt the plant here for quite a few seconds more. But he needs to come in. U-Phase on that.
Oh.
Gets taken down. One more
time.
tick, but this time is gone. What a patient round from the Comets, and they are finally on the board.
Yeah, Stout just took too long for that. They weren't expecting. They should have known that the Breach ult was there. They just decided to delay the plant way too long. They weren't expecting that Yoru. I think he made a really big play there.
Actually impressed with how much damage Amatsu was able to do in that situation.
Yeah, he
Did
took a
not
lot of
expect
their
that from the
time,
Sheriff.
and he picked off De Jong. So it was kind of a hero play from him. I don't think they win that round without him doing like all that he did.
No, absolutely. And the other puzzle piece, of course, the initial aggression here from OP and Agile that got them the pick, taking out the breach utility from Stout, definitely found a good chunk of impact. Those gonna get close. Stout once again taking a lot of space on this map.
Stout does have the breach out here, so they get the pick mid on the Yoru. They're just taking all of mid. They're walking up into their spawn. What a shot from DeYoung. They're just running it down A. They know there's nobody there. They just have full sight.
Indeed. And of course, the Paper Flash finds nothing. Plant goes down. Stout once again in firm control of the map. And Comets.
Yeah, 5v2 is just not very easy to pick. I'm doing some damage here. Just kind of waiting, trying to get a pick or two to actually commit anything to this.
One enemy remaining.
Retake. This is the near site. And Stout just cleans them up. Back with the flawless round. Good bounce back from the last mishap.
Most definitely. I think that war round was a little bit of a wake-up call, right? So you get shaken up a little bit, you get a little bit shocked for a second, and then you're back in. Stout haven't even pulled their timeouts. 7-1 so far. We're over halfway through this first half of the map. And it's looking great. Honestly, really, really great. On the other side, Comets starting to wake up, slowly but surely.
Looking like they're gonna try to take some fight mid a little bit here with the less guns. But Stout just running through them with util. DeYoung boombotting in. They find somebody mark it. Just close the door and just fight top mid. There's big top mid. I know there's at least one more A side.
Not checking the angle. DeYoung just going through. Still finds Agile before getting traded out. U-Face down on the floor. The spike is reclaimed. A side swept clean. And once again, Comets find themselves in a 2v4 situation.
Kind of just been how it's going for the Comets. They just kind of get ran down.
Yeah.
But hopefully they actually try to commit to this retake. They kind of just every time they've had a retake, they take way too much time. I think they need to get more aggressive on these.
And then you run into Breezy. He gonna shoot you in the face, and suddenly it's down to 1v4. And even though Amatsu has put out quite a few hero plays already on this map, I don't think there's too much to be done here. The big problem I see currently here, Drake, really is just the lack of aggressiveness towards the middle of the map from the Comets. They just let Stout do whatever they want.
Yeah, they've just been getting up the top mid, and they just kind of sandwich them. They really can't. I think they need to fight mid in order to even try to make this like a 8-4 half.
At the very least, delay Stout, right? Don't allow them to take control of 75% of the map within the first 30 seconds of the round, and that's just gonna make any site retakes or even holding sites so much more dangerous. And now,
It's like they have
looks like they're listening to us. Young going in with the satchels, doesn't quite check it, but U-Face is there for the backup. What?
You just
The steamroller coming through the mid here. Stout cleaning it up. 4 kills for DeYoung.
He just kind of went in there and just killed everybody. Like, there's not much they can do about that. They need to find a way to stop him. Just stun him, flash him. That's what you have to do. You cannot just fight him, let him just run into you, and kill all of you.
And that was a full buy round as well from Comets, if I saw that correctly. So now getting knocked down back again to the eco, and we're 10 rounds in. Stout up by 8.
Yes, they're gonna buy for last round here. Looks like they're they're 3 towards A, 2 towards B, nothing mid. Stout sending 3 through mid. Looks like they're gonna end B here. They did breach ult it, and Comets just kind of give the set up. They don't even try to fight for it. They're gonna try to 5v5 retake here with less guns.
And even that is not really working out, because, of course, it's the Young picking up another one. Oh, it's traded by Amatsu. Nice pick, winning the duel out in mid. And suddenly, this round looks a little bit more doable. It wasn't for the gun difference. UFace still has the better angle on that one. Taking heads with the Phantom, and Crash just going wild. The flank, oh my goodness. She wins those, man. She wins those.
Last round.
Back-to-back 4Ks, there's not much the Comets can do. They're just kind of getting diffed right here. UFace just knows where to be at all times to get these kills. And now it's back full buy on full buy. Blue Devils only have Harbor ult. Comets have 3 ults to work with, but I think they've been holding them onto them the entire game, so I'm not sure if they're going to try to make a play around them.
It doesn't really feel like they have much of a game plan. At the very least, the game plan they have is being utterly dismantled by Stout. But now, with the Euro ult, early information found, OP wins the fight. Amatsu can't follow that one up. And Pika, that's the fake one, doesn't fall for it. Look for more info.
Finally get the first couple picks that they needed. This is how they won the first round that they've won too. They got a couple picks and they just they stalled out the time. So hopefully they kind of just have a good map presence here. They're all playing pretty passive, making them just playing numbers here. That's the biggest thing when you're up.
Shut up. Time to jump.
And that is not quite exactly what Comets are doing here, but it's certainly working. Oh, there's the trade coming through. Positioning means just in the right spot. Easy. Picking up one more. Down to 3v1. Even gets spotted on the Cypher ult. This is not running. Easier. Ah, there it is. Hopscotch wins the duel. 10-2 for the first half. Great spot being for Stout, but side switch. And this is the point where we need to talk a little bit more about the comm strike, because I do think Comets have a little bit of the upper hand in terms of offensive capabilities.
Yeah, they definitely have a better attack than a defense. Gecko is really, really weak on defense. And then they don't really have a solid entry agent, but with the breach utility, I think that'll be a lot easier for them to get out onto sites. I want to see what they have. It is their map pick, so I'm assuming they'd have some set attack plays. We should see what they want to do here, because they could have some interesting things, especially with the breach yard.
Yeah, I think it's very much on Stout to find the right timing on disrupting the plays here and the right amount of aggression. You're going to already see early harbor ball to prevent any mid pushes to come out of the gate storming, and still Toodles picks up the first. Follow up, starting to come through. Pika and UFace holding down mid, and you can see the early aggression that Comets were lacking. Stout know exactly when to bring it in. Another follow-up deeper. Not going to be easy here for Comets, but at least they clear out some space. Follow through the smoke, the information is found. Twins wants to follow up, and UFace picks up another. The last two are very much unknown and are getting cleaned. 11-2, Stout dominating.
Yeah, they just got pinched there. They pushed top mid, and they just let them just shoot them from both sides. It really wasn't a great pistol round game plan for the Comets there, I don't think.
The big thing really is just that Stout keeps finding, or rather, did find the really good timing to disrupt this push in the right moment.
Absolutely. Looking towards an Eco A hit here. They are running into these two people, so a little bit of a... It is a strong site with Breach and
Cypher.
Yeah. Cypher, but we'll see how they use the numbers advantage here. It's a fast rotate from the rest of Stout.
Breezy pulling back, almost getting overwhelmed, but Pika is there for the backup, lining it up before getting traded out, but Breezy still has some more to give, has the Bulldog in hands, and this is a dog that only barks and does not bite. Wingman down, the plant not coming through, UFace reclaiming this space, reclaiming the site, and the Young just sprays Amatsu down through the smoke. Map point for Stout.
That really could have went either way, I think. But the gun advantage favored Stout, and they just kind of went through them. This is a big round. Comets did force a little bit that round because they were down so many rounds. So Stout still has the buy advantage. We'll see what they bring out for this last round.
A little bit of bolstered weaponry here, but the biggest thing, obviously, being the heavy shields for Stout across the board. Let's see. Oh, that's a 5-man rush down mid with D Young on the forefront. Finds one and Breezy doubling it up. The stun can't even stop him. You said it. Flash him out, stun him out. It does not matter. D Young wins them anyway. The Prowler to follow up. Stout on the hunt now, looking for the last two and the first win on the maps here this series. Comets falling apart. It's all down to OP. Make that one and all they wrote. Sunset going to Stout.
I was hoping for a more interesting map, but Stout takes a 13-2 with relative dominance.
Damn, you're hitting them with the more interesting map? That's rough, buddy. But yeah, as we were talking about a little bit, right? It almost seemed like a warm-up round here for the Comets. And we gotta look at the rest of the series here, right? Of course, Stout is 1-0 up in this best of 3 on this evening. The next map is gonna be Bind. Stout's creme de la creme, bread and butter, whatever you want to call it, home advantage. So it's not going to get easier here for the Comets. Do you think they are sufficiently prepared to face Stout in that map?
I don't think they really can handle Stout's Bind, probably, but Bind has been out for longer, so maybe they know what's going on more than Sunset. I'm not sure why Sunset was their first map pick if they wouldn't know what's going on, but hopefully it's a little bit of a better game. That was kind of just a stomp.
Stomp indeed. Maybe they can recover, maybe not. Stout still on the march forward to maybe even grab that second slot here in Group 16. CVAL qualifier, or rather group stage, is going to be back in just a few minutes. We'll take a quick break and then head on to Bind. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a second.
I can't believe that you came into my life. You made me feel again. Now it's my turn. You say you've always been a little bit shy, but I can put an end to your fears. Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to bleed. DJ, take it away. Tonight is all for you and me. So baby, spin and let the music begin. I know you feel it within. So go ahead and just spin, yeah, spin for me. Won't you spin? Don't let the doubt in you win. I know you feel it within. So go ahead and
And we are back already. Thank you so much for sticking with us. We're in the middle of the series between Stout and the Comets here at CVAL. It's the group stage. You are looking at Group 16 here, and man, Drake, that first map was an utter stomp by Stout.
Yeah, there's nothing the Comets could really do against them there. They just got aim dueled. They just util dumped. They just got diffed, honestly.
Yeah. New map Sunset not quite going the way as the map pick would have probably hoped for the Comets, but now we're heading to Bind, and as we were just talking about behind the cameras, that's a map that has been in the game quite a bit longer. So we're expecting a little bit more action out of the Comets here, but on the other side, we know this is the kind of essential comfort map pick here for Stout. So you gotta be more than ready and prepared if you want to win against the Blue Devils here.
Yeah, this is just Stout's playground. They know what they're gonna do every round. They play this map. This is their most played map probably as a team. It's gonna be tough for the Comets to come back on this one, especially after the last map.
Mental is a big thing here. You don't want to get crushed on the first map. You gotta stay strong. You gotta stay focused along the road of the entire series. And of course, Raze locked in, Chamber locked in already. The Viper coming in for Amatsu. Not too many big surprises so far. Bind, I don't want to call the meta stale in terms of agent picks, but we got some very kind of set in stone picks we're seeing almost every single time.
Yeah, there have been some Yoru picks with some like tier 1 teams, but that takes a lot of coordination. It's usually a stable Raze, Viper, Chamber, or Cypher. They kind of go interchangeably. Sky is usually a solo initiator on this map. It's usually double smokes with the Viper Brim. I think we might see mirror comps here.
I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw that. The Sky obviously doubling up as the information as well, thanks to the flashes and the dog, and you can just make so much work happen with that agent. And with the last one locked in, it's the race for the young, indeed the mirror comps Drake. So this is gonna be very much a issue, a topic, a conversation around playstyle, set plays, and map execution.
Yeah, I think big thing is to watch out for will be the Raze plays with the Sky utility, and a lot of lurks too. I know that lurking is a huge part of this this map with the teleporters, and it's just going to be a lot of 4-man sight hits and then 1 lurker to kind of take space. And there's going to be a lot of rotations, I feel like, with the teleporters especially.
I love some teleporter plays. I mean, if you can get in with a good pace, that is always a lot of fun. But let's get onto the server. Stout leading the series, a 1-0. Comets need to perform if they want to stay in on this. But of course, there's a lot of work to be done. Stout starting out on the defense. We got Toodles on the Chamber. The last time I saw these guys on Bind, Toodles put on a absolute clinic.
Yeah, he is very, very good with the Chamber. He knows all the spots to go, so this will be fun.
Of course.
Some shower.
What would Bind be without shower control, right? So we got a dog in there, they got the dog in them, and they got a headshot taken to the face. Toodles already kicking it off. Of course, the trademark is in there as well. And Amatsu not looking too hot. A little bit of damage with the nade. This is just standing there. Gets more info. Almost hits the shot as well.
They get healed up by the Sky. They're looking towards B. Their Chamber is lurked up Hookah, but they do not know that Pika's here long. Pika spots him long, and it's kind of a 4v1 here on site. We'll see what can happen here.
Oh, might get overwhelmed. The shots are missing. Swaps onto the Classic, but gets taken out. Pika wins the duel, and now it's falling apart for the Comets. UFace teleports in.
Right here.
So one more trade found here by the Comets, down to the 2v3. Stout needs to be careful not to overheat. The dog might have found the information, but the rotation is coming through, and they're looking at a free site.
Yeah, the dog spotted him rotating, but no Stout players were in position to hold that A site. So it looks like they're gonna try to retake this. 3v3. 3v2.
3v2. It's a pistol round, so all things can happen. We've seen it all.
That brings 2 from
Four and
CT.
OP. Oh my goodness! Just cleans up 2. U-Face and Pika down for the count. It's all on Breezy. Taps the defuse. The spray is coming in. The first one picked up. Taps the defuse once again. OP needs to push in. The smoke goes down. OP wins it. Comets back on the map. First round goes to them.
Yeah, they just played that pretty well with the 2v3. They played in a spot that Stout wasn't expecting. He got the 2 picks, and he cleans it up with the 4K to clutch. That was a good round by the Comet.
Really nicely done. And of course, that gives you a little bit of momentum going into this map. And Stout, well, they need to refocus. 2 Sheriffs, not too much. Well, that's a follow-up after a lost pistol, right? Yeah, you can't really expect.
See what they do here. They send 2 to fight Showers, and Toodles is holding short. Most of Comets are on A.
Okay.
Comets
That's
get
all.
2 picks.
That's one way to start the round. 2 picks. And you immediately see. Pika needs
have
to pull
much
back.
map.
U-Face gets stunned up in Showers. That should be cleaned out as well. Nice pick by OP. Not looking
Young with the
for
Sheriff
Stout.
is scary to see. This round isn't over yet.
Last player
He does get
standing.
flashed. And it's a 5v1. As they get the plant down.
Are you sure about the not over yet?
That's true. That is true. 5v1, it is possible with the Sheriff of Pika.
We shall see. 1 flash, and a Sheriff, and a Dream. Let's see what can be.
You didn't know he's towards CT, as he peeks in all 5 of them.
That's unfortunate. Good timing by the Comets. It's going to be a Sheriff picked up as well, and 2 in a row. Of course, now we're talking about proper weaponry, and now the map can start for real with the Comets up 2.
They didn't lose anybody on this bonus round, so they are keeping all of their guns, but it looks like they have a Sheriff and a Ghost, so not really the best weaponry up against these Vandals and Phantoms from Stout. Leaning towards B here with the 3 long and 1 going up Puka. Doesn't spot anybody with the Sky Flash, so they're not really sure where they're at right now.
You can see the push out of Showers. De Young
Here.
on the offensive. They're running
for
straight into
Amber.
Amatsu. He's not waiting for them. He's not expecting them. And immediately 2 kills coming through. Breezy picking one up on the other side of the map in the meantime.
Still
Information
couple
towards
towards B. Everybody towards B for Comets.
Breezy playing in that little gap, just waiting for Beans to follow up. What a timing, what a push, and Stout just rolling that retake, a flawless round, and what a beauty it was.
That was just beautiful map control. They went through Showers, caught the Viper off guard. Breezy went up, caught the Brim off guard. It was just really, really well played by Stout there.
And it all starts with taking space on the map, right? It's something we haven't seen too much on Sunset, especially from Comets. But Stout immediately, start of the round, pushing out of Showers. Comets not ready for it.
Yeah, they love taking shower control. They love flashing Belong to see if there's anybody there and taking that control. They just really like the extremities of the map so they can keep everything contained.
And look at that.
Spike down A.
Shower
Young
control
gets to-
is claimed. You just can't fight the Young there.
Last player
they
Gotta
have the
get some
spike.
more util in.
And he's across the map. They have Spike around Showers. They know that the chamber is on B site. They're just waiting, watching where he could be. It looks like Breezy's lurking up a little bit, trying to catch him off guard. He
That should be
probably
doable.
will. I don't think he clears his corner as he just plays with him.
You kind of want to go for the knife, but you also know this is a player with a headset, so you gotta take the bullet to the head. Stout back in the game, equalizing the map here at 2-2. Slowly but surely, this is starting to remind me of Sunset.
Comets still do have a bye here, so it is a very possible round for them. But if Stout wins this round, it's gonna keep their economy rolling. It's a big round for them to win.
Yeah, if we're looking at the cash here, right? Breezy, DeYoung, and Toodles sitting at 4, almost all 5k. Once again, I think the shower control is gonna be instrumental. This time around, though, Stout changing it up a little bit, pumping the brakes, and waiting for Comets to push in.
I think they're playing kind of a trap setup on A. They're not really showing too much presence, but when they come out, they're hitting into the 3 people. And they have really good positions, Stout does. They have kind of off angles, so they'll catch them off guard. Even with the Sky ult in play for the Comets, it still could be hard for them to hit the site.
That's what I was worried about. The pick onto Toodles is massive. Smokes go down, but how much can they actually do? Now the dog is taken out. Oh, Showstopper popped in. Are they actually gonna push through? No. DeYoung gets taken out. That's an ult down and a 3v4 for Stout. They're rotating off of B. And everyone running in through A short. Quick teleporter towards B. That's a full commit
there
on the B side from Comets.
I've
I
got
think it
your
could get 2 off of this. The Sky ult is popped. It's gonna be hard for him to get one.
Oh, beautiful. The cabbage is thrown in. Pika just running away from it, but Beans finds 2. That's massive, and Agile just putting the cherry on top. Comets are back.
I think they played that round really well with the Sky ult. They knew that they had to. They didn't know if anybody was on B. They all teleported, popped the Sky ult, found out that there were 2 people already rotated. 4v2 just kind of ran them down, and then it was a 1v3 for U-Phase, and she just got killed on an off angle. Kind of unfortunate, but they still do have a bye. Toodles is coming out with the op here, so it's going to be interesting to see what they want to do with him here. He is opping short. Looks like he might... They're not peeking him yet, but I think he might stay on this angle for a little while.
Oh. This time around, DeYoung gets taken out. The showers duel. Stout taking space towards B long. Will know that there's no one there. And of course, A side is wide open. U-Phase pulling back just in time. And Pika coming in with the teleporter. Running into the arms of 2. This is a 2-front war that Stout is fighting at the moment. Pika, though, winning that first duel, actually making it all the way into showers. The second one, Hopscotch falling as well. Toodles putting on the pressure from window with the operator. The cabbage thrown into the salad, and U-Phase picks up another. A little bit of a weapon upgrade rewarded for that one duel, and it's down to the 2v2. Oopie gets taken out. Ultimately, Toodles cannot win it. Comets up to 4.
That's a big round for them to win. I think that Stout does not have a great buy here, so they are going to be looking towards some type of eco play, and we might see some interesting 5-man play here. Oh, it looks like they're splitting up still. Thomas leaning towards this B site with some ults. Only the Rim ult online for the Comets, but
I can see the little bit of change up. Toodles now on the B side. Holding down long. Viper ult popped in towards A short. Oh, there's a bit of force. That's a 1 duel. Picks up the first of the game. Rather the round, I should say. This is a good spot for Stout to be in.
yeah, they have the A site kind of locked down with DeYoung. He does have a showstopper if he finds them. And the A short is just kind of locked down by this Viper's Pit with the Stinger in it. And then they have 3 on B. They're up a number. It's looking good for them despite the lack of points here.
Ooh.
Do find Breezy, but he could really be anywhere now in the Viper's Pit.
I'm not quite sure if they actually found Breezy. At least the dog stun connects, right? So, still, 45 seconds on the clock. Time is running short here for Comets.
Leaning towards B for the Comets, but they are going to run into 3 players.
And
It was on top of Tube with his chamber ult popped, so Might
30
be
seconds
tough
left.
to hit this.
Oh, Brimwell towards Garden. Now the push into Hookah. Control is taken. Stout pulling back a little bit, but look at the TP coming through. The rotation is immaculate from Stout. De Young picks up 2, and now they're just rolling the rest of the team. OP trying to get some heals in, trying to do something, but there's a molly, there is a nade, and there is only doom and death waiting for him. The teleporter out. Amatsu saving the weapon. Not even that is possible. Stout with a vengeance returning.
Very good round by them, utilizing the ults that they had. I think they didn't really have much money, but they really made it work with the chamber ult and the Viper's Pit. It really like helped them lock down the sites. Really well played by them. Leaning towards the same type of play here. They might raise ult out of short.
I like the initial reads that Stout has on the game plan here for Comets. Toodles always on the correct side of the map.
Yeah, I don't know if he has the op this round, but his op, when he gets that in his hands, he just always has to be in the right spot. Getting those first picks, it's so beneficial to Stout.
Oh, the
That's
nade
a
does
nade
massive damage! What? Young picks that up while OP was sitting in the Trailblazer. That's a massive pick. The flash and all the info gathering ability from the Comets taken out, and now they're just sitting ducks. Swings around the corner, and Matsu gets tagged up down to 11. Not quite able to pick up a kill there.
Sky getting taken out really hurts their sight hit, especially with the chamber ult. They need to get the spike down to play that post plant because chamber really can't help entry at all. And now they have no initiator. It's gonna be really tough for them to pull something off here. I think they need a pick.
Nah, man. Chamber can't entry. Just run and gun, dude.
Almost
Young.
connecting. He does get it.
30 seconds
11
left.
HP on Amatsu, that's not too much to work with. The refresh on the nade. Ooh, gets punished by Agile here. Tries to dip out, but U-Phase picks up Hopscotch. And now, a 2v4? I'll be honest with you, that's not the best situation to be in. Doesn't wait for the boom bot, gets punished for it. Toodles just standing ever solid and patient. Volley thrown in. And that's probably all she wrote. Yep.
Another good round. Getting that first pick on the Sky, I feel like, was the biggest thing in that round. Really hurt their entry potential. They kind of just had to sit and wait. And Stout just played super disciplined there, not letting him get picks as the Comets call timeout.
Yeah. Timeout, good call here. We're back to 4-4 here in this first half of the map, and with the last 4 rounds of this half coming up, it's really the prime opportunity for the Comets to make something happen here. Would you kind of still sword bind into either a defensive or offensive sided map at the moment?
It definitely is still defender-sided, but I feel like with time it's leaning more towards like a kind of middle split. Usually 2-site maps are defender-sided, but with the teleporters there are a lot of plays you can make, especially as attackers. Pulling rotates is very easy on bind, and then teleporting into like a site with nobody there. It's utilizing the teleporters more for the attackers is really important in bringing it to like a 50-50 split rather than a full defensive sided map.
I can get on board with that. So basically, what I'm understanding here is Stout needs to take at least 2 or 3 rounds here if they want to have a realistic chance in the second half.
Yeah, this should be 7-5, 8-4. I think Stout does have a lot of executes on bind attack, but getting a lot of defensive rounds is really important.
Launching smoke.
Absolutely. This time around, Toodles a little bit, quote-unquote, late to the rotation here. Hookah control already established here by the Comets. This time they're not getting stopped with the B-long push.
Comets are on a little bit of a lighter buy, so they look to be smoking out the B set already. They might want to get this fast. They do have 2 posted up showers. So they might pull a rotation here if the showers people get
Here.
control for comets, but the Raisin Hookah kind of sells this beef cake here.
There's the peek, and Toodles immediately punishes it. What a reaction here from the chamber. And that is gonna stop Comets in their tracks. Pika more than ready for the rotation there. The teleporter is coming through, picks up one, gets punished for it. Doesn't expect the second to come through. And now with 25 seconds on the clock, Comets are on the side, immediately get punished. The Young is ready for 1 and 2 and 3. Picked up by U-Phase. And another round for the Blue Devils.
Young in a great spot there. He just they couldn't clear all of A site. He just had a perfect position. They walked out of showers. They didn't fully clear that. Just great positioning. And he gets 2 for it.
Indeed. But all in all, I gotta say, compared to Sunset, it really seems like Comets are now slowly but surely getting warmed up. Putting in a much better performance than on map 1. So this round, well, this half, is by far not over. But looks like the Young looks for a prick and finds one and death. Another 1-for-1 trade. Jesus, lots of aggression this early in the round.
Yeah, they had the short play, really crazy shot by the Comets Viper to kill Young before he got his ult off. But they do take B site, and it's going to be a 3v3 post plant.
Remote, gonna clear some space. Look at Stout. 3-man push through the smoke. One traded out. Let's once again secure.
Comets don't even have the spike down yet.
Yeah, the plant didn't come through. Now, OP needs to go for that, and Toodles immediately wants to push that. The tags are in, the pick's not, and OP once again cleans house. The anchor, the building block for the Comets, once again securing a round for them.
That was a big round for them. If they lost that round, their econ would have been very bad, and Stouts was kind of just filling up. So that really kind of ruined Stouts' momentum there with the buys. But hopefully they can bring it back here. It's getting to be, it could be 7-5, could be 6-6. Either way, it's a really close half.
Stim beacon down.
It is. Once again, we're back to the showers, 1v1 this time around. U-Phase and Young get picked, and this is a nightmare in the making here for Stout. Oh, never mind. Toodles has a word to say about it. Picks up one, teleports out, and gets punished. The judge time, says Amatsu. And a 2v4 is not the most comfortable of positions to be in.
Spike planted.
I'm not sure if they're aware. They looks like they are aware of Breezy coming up short here, but he does pick up the chamber.
Yeah. Picked up. The second one might be there, not quite able to win the duel. It's all down to Breezy.
I have seen him clutch
First
these.
time he pulls out a clutch. The flash finds the formation and open. Once again, 2 in a row. Just put some proper nails into some boards here.
Comets do have Razalt and Skyalt coming into this, so we could be looking at a fast take. But this is going to be a tough one for the Blue Devils to win, especially with all these 3 ults as they take a timeout. So
Yeah.
talk this over.
Last round and a half here. Stout definitely want the equalizer. What do you need to change up here? That's the big question.
I think that last round they fought showers. They kind of just lost those fights. And doing a 5v3 is not the easiest thing ever. I think that Young has been getting kind of unlucky with these these first picks. He likes to get aggressive. He likes to get picks early, and he's been kind of getting punished for it. They might want to try to lay back a little bit on site, but we'll see what they're talking over right now. And they might try a set play here. That is definitely in the realm of possibility.
I mean, you have Toodles on the operator, and you're already 4-man strong on the side that Comets is about to hit, it seems like. So,
Yeah, I
it's a good
think
start.
with Toodles operator, they're gonna try to play it a little slower. Let him try to work the map, get a first pick. If three rotate over to B, two rotate over to B. They're just gonna try to get him to have a first pick here, but Comets go aggressive through showers, pop the Raze ult. Looks like they're gonna take sight.
Oh, that was close. The Brim ult coming through as well. Breezy attacked up a little bit, but so did Agile thanks to the molly. Triple smoke going down, and the execute is underway. Nice spray through the smoke. It's gonna pick up Breezy. It's a massive win here for Stout as 2 quick kills come through for DeYoung. The nade once again on point, but Hopscotch sitting in lamps picks up 1. 3v3 retake now rolling in. Seekers are gonna find the information towards showers. They know that there is +1 in lamps. Pika is trying to make that happen. Toodles picks up 1. The Viper's Pit is going down, and 1 more gets picked up by Hopscotch. Doesn't expect Pika from mid. And with that cleaned out, Toodles gonna get the defuse, and Stout equalize 6-6 half.
That was a really big round for Stout to win. It gets the momentum coming into the pistol round on attack. Really well played with the Sky ult, finding where those people were inside of that Viper's Pit and spraying them down and winning out your trades.
But of course, we're now switching sides. Mirror comps, so no real advantage. It's all down to execution, game plan, and of course, just a good aim.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really big for Stout to lurk here. They love lurking on bind. Toodles is gonna be really huge, taking that shower space. He loves to lean showers on pistol round. I think they're gonna try to take some B space and then look to rotate back A at the end of this round.
Indeed. Slow start.
Let's have 3 coming out of the hookah side. I'm not sure if Stout is aware that they are lurking up this fast.
I'm not sure if
They
Stout
barely
saw
don't
them.
spot each other.
And Breezy is not ready for the backstep. Stout has no idea. They're running into them with open arms. 1, 2, 3 picked up. Almost picking up Pika as well. Everything falling apart here for Stout. It's down to 2v4. Only DeYoung and Toodles left on the board. Spike on the other side of the map. Toodles still holding strong, getting swarmed, getting killed off. It's down to DeYoung. 1 frenzy. 13 bullets and a dream. Not a good start to the round here for Stout. Oh, that's a dog.
Know where he's at. Spike is across the map. Take the TP to try to cut him off. I'm sure that the Comets know that they have the Spike down, but they are playing together to try to not give him not give DeYoung these 1v1s.
25 seconds. It's a 1v1 that DeYoung needs to pick up here. He gets it down a plant. Make the situation
Not sure
a
if
lot
he's gonna
better for
do
him.
this
Oh,
Viper.
he is known now. He doesn't know there's a Viper behind him. And a knife to the back. This round goes the way of Comets.
Comets had a great plan there, like perfectly countering the Stout's take. They waited for the Sky Flash long. They waited a little too long so that they did not see them lurking up into market, so then they caught 2 off guard. Just a beautiful timing there. Good round from Comets.
Yeah, and it's a familiar pattern we've seen. Stout very, very vulnerable to early round aggression here on this map, and it seems like Comets are taking that to heart.
Yeah, this map compared to the last one, they've really started to take more space, do early plays, and it's been working for them.
Doubled up towards the teleporter, going through, finding Toodles. No damage done though. Well, at least gives some information to Stout. You'll know that the Sky is on B, probably not alone on B.
Stout is leaning towards A, but they don't have much space here. They are gonna lurk up with this Viper wall.
Oh.
Dog, they go into UW.
Push into lamps, and Matsu has a judge. Yeah, that's not the most comfortable of spaces to be in. A little bit of damage found onto Beans, but immediately punished for it. Stout falling apart, even though Pika has a classic and a kill. It's not really going anywhere. 8 rounds now for Comets. They are getting closer and closer to sending this series to map 3.
Yeah, it was a good first 2 rounds of the half for them. We'll see what Stout has cooked up with this bye round, but so far the Comets defense has looked pretty solid.
The timeout at the end of the first half, so far not really showing any real effect for Stout, but now we're heading into the full buys, and this is where the game might completely change.
Absolutely. They do spot them out long. It's going to be a duel here. No damage even gets traded, but the Comets do see 2 long. Looks like they're leaning towards B. It's a 5v2 on site here. See how fast Stout takes this.
I'm really liking the decisiveness they're putting in here. Just rushing onto the side. Young going in with a double satchel, and Matsu has a snake bite. It's gonna get a trade in. But still, 2 picked up for Stout. They have the upper hand. They have the numbers advantage and the spike down. Timer in their favor as the Brim stim pack comes through, and they're just rolling down the side. A judge by Agile picks up 2. The Trailblazer barely does not stun out Breezy, but Breezy is not in a good spot, and Agile picks up the 3rd, and a 3rd round in a row for the Comets.
That was a really great play by the Brim and the Rays of Comets. They used the Brim stim to run and gun with the Spectre and double satchel with the Judge, and there's not much. It's really hard to combat that when you're up and close with those 2 weapons. So really well played with the guns that the Comets had. Now it's looking towards a full buy from the Comets, and kind of saved from the Blue Devils. They do have some shields and some pistols, but they will need to get picks here to make anything happen.
Blinded.
Exactly. And of course, you can start that out with some information about showers. Toodles. Standing strong. Doesn't get quite stunned out, and DeYoung finds one towards short. The side is open. A controlled. And now it's Comets starting up the retake through showers. 4 people rolling in, and Stout already in position for the afterplant. Backstab. Oh, that flash is gonna give it away, and now Stout is ready for it. The eco strat coming in hot. It's UFace right around the corner with the stinger. Finds 2! What?
Great
Pika on
positioning.
side, 1, 2, 3, doesn't find the kills. The molly onto the spike with a nade to follow it up. DeYoung in a perfect position, translates the spray! And Stout are back!
That was just such a great positioning again. That's how they've been winning their rounds. By Stout has the U-phase just up and close with the stinger, ready for these 2 to push her. Just absolutely mows them down, and then DeYoung gets into U-Haul control, plays for that post plant, throws the nade off the tap, and he just outduels them. It was just great positioning. I think Thomas just gave up too much space A short. They just weren't expecting them to push A short, and that really lost them the round.
Yeah. Hopscotch looking for a duel, finds in the information. But other than that, not too much happening here towards B long. And Stout kind of saving their eco a little bit with that last round. Let's see if they can translate that into a little bit more momentum. Look at Comets taking space. Is ready for that. 70 HP, not the best position to be in. The nade is thrown in. Oh no, he tries to save the anchor. Trades his life for it in the meantime. Stout taking up control of the teleporter. Basically just swapping positions.
4v3 for the Comets here. They kind of have people all over.
Look at the delayed lurk in B tunnels. Breezy picks that one up. The showstopper goes wide.
I'm not sure Stout is expecting this Viper short.
Yeah, but Breezy is still holding elbow. And now the rotation is coming through because Stout knows the side is free. They're just running for it.
30 seconds left.
3v2, they do have Skyalt on the board as well. This is going to be... They will be able to find where they are post-plant. And after the Grim, after you face plants, she will have her orbital strike online, so she can play post plant as well. This is gonna be really hard for the Comets to do without winning these
10
gunfights.
seconds left.
Great recovery
Easy.
here after the
Breezy
start of the
just
round.
posted up CT. He knows that once that smoke goes down, he's gonna know that
No!
nobody's there.
The timing! U-Face brings a knife to a gunfight, and suddenly this round looks a lot more doable for the Comets. You got Agile Garden with a nade thrown in. That's a lot more pressure. The position's probably known. The spike is down. The flash comes through, and Pika cleans it up. OP cannot clutch it.
A little messy, but they play great trades in the end there to pull that one. They do have 3 ults coming in here. They do have the Sky ult, and the Raze ult is going to be really big for taking that space. Looking towards B side, who could take here? They might ult into Hookah, but Comets do have 4 people on B right now. You might run into a bloodbath here.
Oh, I love a good meat grinder, quite honestly. Might once again be a case of early aggression. Stout has fallen to this once before already. The eco strats might be a little bit different. Oh, the flash is perfect, but they can't capitalize on it. A little bit of tag damage onto DeYoung, but nothing else.
Breezy's lurked up into you all already.
Just walking through. Just
They
going
did
shopping for
hear
some
the
lamps.
Sky flash, so they do know that they are around A site. I
Oh,
don't
not
know
the
if they know
nades. The nade straight onto U-Face. That's a spike down. Young returning the favor. Finds the information and finds some damage. Gets to pick up. What?
What a
Hopscotch
shot.
with a clutch zinger there on the headhunter.
And they do have the spike. The spike long.
You have Breezy though.
Breezy
That
picks up
control is
alert tilt.
taken. Oh yeah.
This is gonna be tough. That was a very, very unfortunate spike drop belong. You can just camp this, and it's gonna be really hard for Toodles to retake this.
Just generally a super messy round. You got fights on A, you got fights on B.
Yeah, very weird map control for this round.
Looks
like he might get shot in the back
Backstab,
here.
yeah.
Okay, who's got the snacks?
Very unfortunate round for the Blue Devils.
Well played though by Comets. They got a bunch of weapon upgrades out of that, kind of converting that eco round very, very well. Now only 3 rounds away from equalizing the series, and Stout, they bring in the next timeout. Quite honestly, at this point in time, more than needed.
Yeah, I think they're really gonna talk about what they want to do with their ults here. Both teams have 4 ults. They're all gonna play around them as best as they can. I think they might try to do some set play here. Try to get this round, try to bait out some ultimates. That is probably the main goal. They can't really afford to lose too many more rounds to the Comets. They really need this one.
There.
One thing has been the early aggression. The other thing have been some unfortunate peaks by Stout. I think cleaning up the util usage a little bit, their positioning across the map, maybe even the cross-map coordination in terms of pushes, might be something that could be helping them out for the moment. Let's look at the buys here, and that is looking pretty good for Stout, so we'll definitely be looking for some impact here, and big shields, big buys, no money left in the bank. I want to call this a key round. If Stout doesn't manage to get something here, might all be over.
Yeah, they're definitely going to try to pop some ults here to try to win this round. This is really big. If they lose this one, they only have 1 or 2 more rounds to work with. They only have 1 more really buy round to work with, so it's going to be important.
Oh. Flash information is found. The nade goes in. That's a lot of damage! No kill picked up, though. Good start, though, here for Stout.
Sky does not have heal this round, so that damage is a lot more than it would normally be.
Actually gonna stick. Great Mug gets cleaned out. No one able to claim the orb. You see Toodles stacked up quite deep into sand. The Young gets taken out though. There's a flash and Hopscotch all by himself, down to 10%, gets wall banged. The follow-up onto Beans is good. The Brimmold into Hookah, not gonna do too much, but Amatsu still bundled up to Garden. Is gonna throw in the pit on top of the spike. This is uncomfortable for Stout to say at the very least, and now it's Toodles in a 1v3. At least finds the Viper. That's a good start, has the spike and gets out.
Not sure if he saw both of them, but he does have the whole site to work with. He's gonna plant for Shower, play for Shower. They do have, the Comets do have Sky ult to find where he is. They do pop, but he's gonna have to try to get these ones here.
Yeah. He has a 2 to force to work with if he wants to. Needs to shoot the cabbage so they actually know what's going on. Oh no, Agile goes into the teleporter. That might be round changing. Toodles in the 1v1. Ports out. OP is still putting on the pressure. You can see the run and gun, the flank over the teleporter. The noise will be known. Toodles is expecting it to come through. But can he be fast enough? Agile. Not as agile as he'd like to be. Taps the defuse. He's sticking it. Toodles doesn't have it. Oh my god, the flick!
Shot.
Graciously pulls it out. Loses the gun in the process, but Stout are back on the board.
Great play by Toodles there. Comets really had a misstep with that raise, accidentally TPing. He played that so well. He knew that he had to get the pick before they came in, crunched him together, and then he knew that the guy was Shower, so he kind of just ran, played for time. The bomb was ticking down. He knew he had to stick it. Just amazing play by Toodles there.
Yeah. Very well done.
They still have 5 ultimates too, and they made the Comets use 3 of theirs. So that was a huge round for them.
An Agile, oh my god, walks into a Christmas morning, but gets greeted with a snowball to the face. Beans trying to get away from the A short push as everyone comes through. The showstopper easily is going to clean that up. And Young, he has the judge through the smoke, picks up OP. And suddenly, it's Stout back on the board, back in control, and they are putting the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, this is going to be a really rough round for the Comets to try to pull off. Viper's Pit, really hard to get through. But they do have the Chamber ult, which can make some magic.
They did find the information at the very least. Onto the enemy Viper. It is going to come in. Oh, the quick scope, and Hopscotch is just going to get run down with the judge. Amatsu saving the Vandal. And once again, the series is equalized.
Really big round for Stout. They could have held on to the Chamber ult, I believe, but using 3 ults, getting that huge round win, keeping all that money. They still have Sky and Brimalt, and the Comets have nothing on their board right now.
Yeah.
This is looking like they can really pull this one off here. The Comets do have 4 light shields, but it's still a full buy. Very interesting round here. This round might decide the game. It's very important to win this one.
It might just be one of those massive key rounds. And if we look at the ult economy on the Comets, right? You already mentioned they used 2 or 3 ults last round. At latest, in 3 rounds, they'll have the first ult back online, which is the Seekers. Amatsu, still though, picking up the first of the round, and that's a massive kill. Staggers the push towards Hookah a little bit, but Hopscotch is also ready towards Belong. Dog coming through, the information is found, the concuss is in, and Greasy is looking for blood. It's slowed down, but Hopscotch is no longer. Agile gets spotted, they know he's behind Tube. There's the Brimmo, the smoke coming down, and the Seekers as well. Stout really putting the heat in on the side here at the moment in the plant. That's gonna come down as well. Beans now rotating over, ready for a fight, but it's a 4v3. Stout positioned and propped up here for the after plant. As it's 2-man pushing out through elbow. The Brim is gonna get taken out. Beans on toast for breakfast as the Blue Devils are just cleaning house. One more falls, and the spray towards elbow is not gonna prevent anyone from doing anything anymore else, and I don't think I can speak English anymore. That was a good
Beautiful
round.
round. They got B control, B long and hookah control, and then they used the brim ult to clear out the right side of the site. They had to peek into 3 people if they were on site. It was just a beautiful, great ult by U-Phase. Beautiful like round by Stout, utilizing their man advantage long to just force the Comets into bad gunfights. And now Comets on a half buy here, save. Still no ults on the board.
You just mentioned it. It was one of those massive key rounds. Stout decisively winning that for themselves, and now finding 2 opening frags, punishing the push out of Hookah. A wide gap in the defensive here of the Comets as Stout actually rotates over towards A. They're not sure how backed up the site on B is, so
Toxins going up.
targeting
They
A
did
a
pull
little
a
bit harder.
rotate from Rim for the Comets, but there are still 2 on A site. I'm not. Matsu has a great spot right here. I'm not sure if they're gonna know that he's here, but it is gonna be hard for Comets to hold this site with these less guns.
The angle
does
gets
clear
checked.
Matsu. 5v2, less guns here. Plant goes down. Pretty big round.
Up still. Beans is ready for some punishment as Breezy takes out Hoopscotch. 1 man left standing. It's all on to Beans as Pika sprays him down through the window. Stout up to 12 after what was a mixed bag of a performance here on Bind so far. They're kicking it into overdrive in the last few rounds now.
Yeah, they do have the raise ult off of the kills from the young last round, so this is going to be important.
Yeah.
The Comets are 1 off of their own raise ult, but otherwise, nothing on the board for them. It's just going to have to be a normal round. They have to try to pull this one out.
If you're really lucky, you get an orb and a kill on Beans, and you get the Brim ult online as well. That could happen, but realistically, it's not a good spot, and you don't want to start it off like that. Hoopscotch gets punished for the early aggression. Can't port out. Is now 6 feet deeper. Buried. Similar to Toodles. Both of the chambers taken out of the equation, and there is the showstopper. OP just running for his life. As the Young moves in further, Amatsu with a quick spray transfer picks up 2. What a massive blowback here. Stout gets punished for the aggression onto the side, but still, 2v3, they get the plant down if they wanted to, but no, they're gonna rotate off, take the teleporter, and run for A side. They're suspecting it's free, and even the showstopper gets popped in. Agile got it and wasn't aware that they rotated off.
That was a really big misstep by Agile. That could have been very huge in winning this round. It's going to be really tough for them to find where Stout is now. They just used the Sky Flash, didn't detect anything. He already used his Boombot to clear shower. Pika in a great off angle here.
2 flashes available for Pika.
It's
The first one picked up. Flash over the boxes. Gonna swing the corner in just a second. The double pop flash. OP just a little bit better. Has been doing so well this entire game. Keeping his team in the round. The defuse gets popped. Breezy not known. Gets punished. And ultimately, OP once again clutches it out and keeps the Comets in the game.
Very big round for them. They had to win that to keep staying in this game. Really big clutch by OP, clearing that.
Don't sit down. We're not done yet.
Now we're on the overtime point. No ults on the board right now. I believe that the Comets of Brim is 1 off. Both teams should have a bye. Yes, both teams do have a bye here.
You can get OP's ult online, you can get Beans' ult online, but you gotta contest the orbs early. Otherwise, lurk for kills. But ultimately, this round really is gonna come down to execution and gunplay.
I was pushing showers here. They do take shower space. They're all
Quick
towards
aggression.
A side.
Stout is super aware that they cannot give these orbs up. Towards B side, they can't contest the one on long, so that one is going to go over to the sky. The Seeker's online now for the Comets. There it is. And in the meantime, more action towards A side. Lamb's control. Hard fought point of contention here right now as the smokes come down. Agile needs to pull back only with the Guardian. It's going to be a plant coming through on default. Util popped in as well. DeYoung somehow finds Beans. That's the Brimstone
huge.
down. No smokes for the retake. Good positioning, but Amatsu once again is there to make things happen. DeYoung looks for more, but gets stopped by Agile. And it's down to a 3v3. Stout can take it all here on match point. One in windows. Pika swings it, gets punished, shut down. And now towards short, it's only Breezy and U-Face. Can they clutch it out? The Uter gets thrown in. Beautiful snakebite taking down the Raze. OP once again. Picks up one, swings the corner. U-Face standing strong. The defuse gets tapped. Oh, Scotch with the wallbang! The wallbang, but does he have the time? It does not look like it. The clutch coming through, and the Stouts are gonna take the series 2-0.
That could not have been any closer. Wow, that was a great end of that match.
What a performance from both teams. Stout staying strong, staying in the game, controlling their nerves, but ultimately, you also got to give a massive shout out to the Comets coming back after such a devastating first round on Sunset on their map pick, getting demolished and then putting up such a fight on Bind. Looking really, really solid here.
Yeah, they really brought it back map 2. That was very, very close. They were in control for a little bit, and it slipped away at the end, but they really made that second map competitive. They are going to be a team to look for going into the playoffs if they can pull through with these next couple weeks. But Stout had to take the win 2-0. First map looked relatively easy. The second map was a little bit more entertaining, but they got it done.
Yeah. They got it done indeed, and with that win here on their third game day, or their third series basically, 2-1 on the record, so to say. Overall, we're just going to put them somewhere around second place, depending on how the Carlton Ravens and, of course, Fanshawe, I'm butchering the names here, please apologize for that one. How Fuel is going to play, and of course, Akron Esports on top of the standings here in Group 16 as well. One way or another, I think overall this was a pretty decent performance, a very, very entertaining 2 maps. Any last words you'd like to throw in here for the day, Drake?
Just gotta keep it going through the next couple weeks, keep the wins going, get into the playoffs. It's exciting to watch.
Hell yeah. We're super ready for the playoffs. We're super ready to watch Stout and follow their journey. In the meantime, guys, that's going to be it from us for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out and cheering. Definitely drop Stout and follow here on the Twitch channel and, of course, everywhere else on social media. Stay up to date with everything that is going on in terms of Valorant, Smash, Overwatch, you name it. It's going to happen over here. And in the meantime, have a great rest of your night, have a great rest of your Sunday, and a fantastic start into the week. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Let me show you